In England, 1 in 6 people will have a stroke in their lifetime, making it one of the country's leading causes of death. The cerebrovascular disease occurs when blood flow to the brain is obstructed by a blood clot or the narrowing of blood vessels. The condition has a number of different known risk factors, including high blood pressure and high cholesterol. A new study, however, has demonstrated just how detrimental sedentary behavior could be for overall health, raising the risk of stroke by 7 times. Sedentary behavior includes a cluster of different conducts, notably when sitting or lying are dominant modes of posture, and expenditure is very low. Many children are growing up overweight, with increasing research suggesting this is down to a combination of dietary factors and sedentary behavior. In fact, studies have incessantly highlighted the association between physical inactivity and premature mortality and morbidity. 2 sedentary behaviors, in particular, television viewing and computer use, rank highly as risk factors for various so-called sitting diseases, including stroke. Stroke, the early warning signs of a stroke that could appear 10 years before an incident. For their study, researchers conducted a review of information pertaining to the lifestyle habits of 143,000 adults with no history of stroke, heart disease or cancer. Study author Ryad Joundy, from the University of Calgary in Canada, said, "Sedentary time is the duration of awake activities that are done sitting or lying down. Leisure sedentary time is specific to the sedentary activities done while not at work. It is important to understand whether high amounts of sedentary time can lead to stroke in young individuals, as a stroke can cause premature death or significantly impair function and quality of life. Don't miss dementia, the most immediate lifestyle habit that could cut your risk of mental decline." Tips. COVID, UK regulator gives green light to antibody injection tested on Donald Trump. Insight, Pfizer vaccine, 4 troubling side effects that mainly follow second dose of COVID jab. Insight, the participants' hospital records were assessed over the course of 4 years, to identify incidents of stroke. Researchers conducted a parallel review of sedentary activities, by measuring how much time the participants spent on computers or watching TV. The cohort was thereafter divided into 4 categories of less than 4 hours of sedentary activity a day, 4 to 6 hours a day, 6 to 8 hours a day and 8 hours or more a day. The average daily sedentary time across the cohort was 4.08 hours. Individuals aged 60 and younger had an average sedentary time of 3.9 hours a day, compared to 4.3 hours for those aged 80 and over, and 4.4 hours for adults aged 60 to 79. During the follow-up period, a total of 2,965 strokes occurred, 90% of which were ischemic, which occurs when a vessel supplying blood is obstructed. The results showed that adults 60 years and younger, who reported 8 or more hours of leisure sedentary time has a 4.2 higher risk of stroke, compared to those reporting less than 4 hours of sedentary time. The most sedentary group had a 7 times higher risk of stroke compared to those reporting less than 4 hours of sedentary time a day. Joundy noted, adults 60 years and younger should be aware that very high sedentary time with little time spent on physical activity can have adverse effects on health, including increased risk of stroke. Physical activity has a very important role in that it reduces the actual time spent sedentary, and it also seems to diminish the negative impact of excess sedentary time. Physician recommendations and public health policies should emphasize increased physical activity and lower sedentary time among young adults in combination with other healthy habits to lower the risks of cardiovascular events and stroke. The findings echo previous reports from Public Health England which highlighted the link between screen time and lower levels of well-being in children. The report noted, higher levels of TV viewing are having a negative effect on children's well-being, lower self-worth, lower self-esteem and lower levels of self-reported happiness. Children who spend more time on computers, watching TV and playing video games tend to experience higher levels of emotional distress, anxiety and depression.